It's not exactly how I thought it would be, because that's not good. I'd be looking for some blossoms, and I don't know if the graveyard is the kind of picture I want to give. I want to give one of springtime and life and growth and, well, yeah, not quite, but I'd be looking for some blossoms. Looks like I'm walking through the oldest grave, well, one of the oldest graveyards in Victoria, towards a washroom. And then of course I'll be over by the water. That's not where oh, look at the deer. There's deer in the graveyard. Well, why not? It's peaceful here. And there's Ross Bay all the way down there. And hello, sweethearts. They're so pretty. You get a close-up on them? Oh, it's so pretty. Anyway, off to get to a washroom, which is Canadian for a bathroom, which is American for a toilet, which is British for a washroom, which is Canadian. And life is a cycle. Hakuna Matata. All right. Well, they took away my bathroom, people. They're doing some kind of construction, which means I'm gonna have to find another one quickly. Hooray! My search for blossoms is turning into a beach walk, it looks like. Well, I'm still gonna look for blossoms because it's a beautiful day, and yeah. Who wouldn't be happy at the beach, huh? Well, Ross Bay Beach, very close to Ross Bay Cemetery. And I'm still looking for blossoms. There's a map for all the Victoria blossoms, and it looked like the whole area was chock-a-block of blossoms, but I think I'm in the wrong area, so I'm gonna keep looking. People have really neat art around their yards. So I'm walking about a block in from the very famous Dallas Road. Just, well, I'm mostly looking for cherry blossoms, but I mean, I'll take anything I can see along the way. I see some blossoms. I see nice old houses. This is Moss Street, and one part of this street has an art gallery, and at a certain time of the year there's This whole street is filled with painters who are painting outdoors, and you just walk along. It's sort of like an outdoor gallery. That's a big tree. So, yeah. Should I go back to the water or should I go inwards? I think I'm gonna go back to the water. There's a blossom. Well, I think they're pulling my leg. I mean, I'm seeing cherry blossoms, but not the amounts I should be seeing. And then there is, I think, 3 or 4 different kinds of cherry blossoms that bloom at various times in the year. And my favorite are the double ones. So I think those come out a little bit later. Okay, we're at the side of Beacon Hill now. You gotta love a wood chip trail for bounciness. It's spring. So this day, it's not exactly how I thought it would be, because as I was saying, it's going to be the week of my camera falling off, and I'm very happy that there's a chip trail. So it was a soft bounce. I've got a stabilizer that is a little too wobbly, so I guess you'd say it wasn't really a stabilizer, unstabilizer. So I'm walking down Cook Street. Well, I'm walking on the chip trail along Cook Street, taking my stabilizer off, so I might have a little bit of a wobble, but I'm not gonna put up with my camera falling. This is not good. Still looking for blossoms. Am I gonna find them? One can only hope. I'm not sure if these ones are almost finished blooming or still coming out, but I mean, we do have blossoms. It's just I was expecting more. Beginning to think that anybody who lives near the park and Cook Street is lucky. Well, I've always known this, and I almost had a place right by the park at one point, but they didn't want my birds, so that was a no-brainer for me. But it's a nice place to be, especially on this beautiful day. Right on the edge of the park here. Is that a squirrel? Oh, it's a piece of wood. There's a squirrel. I see you. More chip trail. Good place to run if you're a runner. I wonder if I should go through the park, or I think I'm just gonna walk up along this chip trail some more. There's daffodils. I mean, those are blooms, but they're not blossoms. That's what I was looking for. So, April, May, the ground here will be just covered in camas blossoms, blue, and it's quite a sight to behold. Very natural flower bulb for this landscape. First Nations people, whoop, I'm seeing some crocuses. First Nations people used to dig up camas, and they would roast the bulbs underground, and they would taste kind of like onion. And But the problem is there is a death camas, as I said before on these videos, and they look similar. So that's a problem. You've got to be careful when any flower has the name death in it. It's kind of a clue. Don't let these bare trees fool you, because we are getting there. Croak, 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 croak. Crocuses. Okay, here's another cherry blossom. It's still not a heck of a lot of them as far as I'm concerned. So, but they are coming. And I just saw a dog. Asked the lady what it was. She didn't know because it was a rescue. And she said, and I quote, "We think it's a Portuguese padango." That is the first time I've ever heard of that breed. It definitely sounds rare to me. Here come the buds. Maybe I should say, this bud's for you. Right now Victoria is having its flower count, its annual flower count. And what we do is people count their blossoms and send it in. It's not a hard and fast science, of course. It's hard to count every blossom, but people do this. And you know why they do this? For the sheer joy of rubbing it in the face of other Canadians who live in colder climes. I don't know why we do it, because we really don't want this city to grow too big, and the rents and the house prices are way too expensive here. But I don't know, there's something about living in this kind of a climate. It just makes you want to be and rub it in the faces. Oh, it's all good-natured fun, and we're not.